𝕬𝖗𝖘𝖊𝖓𝖆𝖑, you must help me. We need to convince my brother to do more for the war effort.
What would you have me do, 𝕬𝖗𝖑?
𝕬𝖓𝖑, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
Use subtlety and suggestion.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. You are eager to begin your adventure. Excellent. The sooner begun, the sooner done, eh? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in 𝕬𝖗𝖊𝖓𝖆𝖑. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to 𝕬𝖗𝖊𝖓𝖆, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
So angry, he can hardly stand it. Father
An old
promised me a
tomb,
New
built by the
Testament
ancient
system.
Nords,
Now where is
perhaps
it?
dating back to the Dragon War itself. Maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there.
You're a spoiled baby.
Well, we must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of 𝕬𝖃𝖓𝖓's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl 𝕬𝖃𝖓𝖓. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt. It's good to see you again. Farewell, kinsman.
What can I do for you, friend?
Writhing in the filth of our own corruption, while you have ascended from the dung of mortality, and now walk among the
It's a shame, isn't it?
Mister, could you spare a coin? Just oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart. It's what Brennan said I should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since Mama. Since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but I don't know what to do. I miss her so much. Bye.
It's a shame, isn't it? This is the 𝕬𝖗𝖘𝖊𝖓𝖆𝖑. It was planted as a seedling in the early years of 𝕬𝖃. Disciples of 𝕬𝖗𝖃 could sense something holy in it and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. They built the temple. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days.
Make sure to pull your bow all the way back to get the
To the
most
east
power
of
out
here
your
is a
shot.
hidden grove where the 𝕬𝖃𝖊𝖓𝖃 resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel. Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree. You can still feel the glory of the mother tree through it. Even its name is an echo. I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the 𝕬𝖃𝖊𝖓𝖃, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal. If you want to help, you'll need something to cut into it first. You'll have to deal with the hag-ravens. I've heard about a weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called 𝕬𝖃𝖊𝖓𝖃. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. 𝕬𝖗𝖃's winds will guide your path. It's held in a hag-raven nest called Orphan Rock.
Rorikstead's a nice enough little hamlet, but a boring posting for a god. If a dragon attacks, well, then it'll be a different story.
We shall inherit both heavens and earth.
Are you married? You look the type. Make sure you treat your wife with the respect she deserves. Here you stand, talking to a married woman. Why? Am I that interesting? Or perhaps there are other things on your mind.
Just
That
one gold,
Stormcloak armor's getting
please?
on my nerves.
You're the best. Can you be my father? Bye.
Men are all alike, from Skyrim to Hammerfell. They care only for war and politics, and treat their women like cattle.
Are you still working with the...
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet boy.
And why shouldn't I? Just because I'm a Greymane doesn't mean I can't earn my own keep. Only a fool lets himself get surrounded.
Huh?
This is a little creepy.
care of that.
Is someone coming? Is that you, 𝖬𝖑? Bjorn? 𝕬𝖗𝖘𝖊𝖓𝖑? I know I ran ahead of this ball, but I need help. Not again! Help! Don't let it get me! Kill it! Get out of here! Me, help! Get me down! Get me down! Help! Out of here! Over here!
You did it. You killed it. Now cut me down before anything else shows up. Yes, the claw. I know how it works. The claw, the markings, the door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have hidden there. Does it look like I can move? You have to cut me down first.
Get me out of here! It's coming loose. I can feel it. You fool. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
Is someone there?
I knew it.
That's how it's
Admit,
done.
I'm disappointed. I don't like where this is going. What was that?
Come on!
Just remember, that was your decision.
I'm right behind you. All right, what is it? What do you need? Okay, got it. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. Okay, got it.
Ha! Found you. Ha! I have to admit, I'm disappointed.
What's on your mind? Here's everything I have. All right, what is it? What do you need? Can't do that. Sorry. Can't do that. Sorry. Can't do that. Sorry. Someone there?
That's what I thought.
What's on your mind? All right, what is it? What do you need? Okay, got it.
Over here! Come on! God damn you!
What can I do for you? Lead on. What was that?
I have to admit, I'm disappointed.
Oh, no, you don't. The last of them. If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask.
That was your decision.
What's on your mind? Do let me know if I can be of service.
You dropped this. Good thing I found it and not someone else. Otherwise, you might have lost it for good. Excuse me. I'm assuming that armor you got rid of wasn't an accident, but just in case, I wanted to make sure I could take it. Thanks. I'm going to go put it on right now. Is there something I can help you?
Guard might get nervous. A man approaches with his weapon drawn.
You see? The terminology is clearly First Era or even earlier. I'm convinced this is a copy of a much older text. Perhaps dating to just after the Dragon War. If so, I could use this to cross-reference the names with other later texts.
Good. I'm glad you're making progress. My employers are anxious to have some tangible answers.
Oh, have no fear. The Jarl himself has finally taken an interest, so I'm now able to devote most of my time to this research.
Time is running, 𝕊𝖓𝖑, don't forget. This isn't some theoretical question. Dragons have come back.
Yes, yes, don't worry.
I'm right behind you.
Although the chance to see a living dragon up close would be tremendously valuable. Now, let me show you something else I found. Very intriguing. I think your employers may be interested as well. Ah, yes, the Jarl's protege. Back from 𝕬𝖗𝖊𝖓𝖑. You didn't die, it seems. Ah, the Dragon Stone of 𝕬𝖗𝖊𝖓𝖑. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way. That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim. My associate here will be pleased to see your handiwork. She discovered its location by means she has so far declined to share with me. So your information was correct after all. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
You went into 𝕬𝖗𝖊𝖓𝖑 and got that? Nice work. Just send me a copy when you've deciphered it.
𝕊𝖓𝖑, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
Hello, friend. Do let me know if I can be of service. What can I do for you? If there's any... What's on your mind? Let's get going then.
There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with 𝕬𝖗𝖊𝖓𝖑 and help her fight this dragon. You survived 𝕬𝖗𝖑, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the dragon stone for 𝕬𝖓𝖑. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed 𝕬𝖓𝖊𝖓𝖑 that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
Can I help you?
One last thing.
I'll see you at the watchtower as soon as the rest of the men have gathered.
I've got your back.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
I'm right behind you.
I envy you the chance to see this dragon up close. Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors?
I've got your back. You lead, I'll follow.
Can I help you? Let me know if you need anything.
I'm right behind you. Let's get going then. I've got your back.
gods and dragons reach say you've aided the Yard. On behalf of 𝕬𝖃, I thank you.
Which man? Ha! They can barely tolerate our presence on Earth. Today, they take away your strength. What of tomorrow? What then? Do the elves take out? Businesses? Your children?
Heard about you and your honeyed words.
And what does the Empire?
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
Welcome to 𝕬𝖃 General Goods. Welcome indeed. Everything's for sale. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Take a look.
One thing everyone can agree on. This war
Do
is
come
bad.
back.
Foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Look, you already have been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask is to look for her.
I don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail. Now get lost.
I'm right behind you.
No signs of any dragon right now. But it sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're dealing with.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it. We'd better find King-Areth, save us. Here he comes again.
Find cover and make every arrow count.
Solo save
Look at that.
Make sure to pull your bow all the way back to get the most power out of your shot.
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragonborn? What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them. Like old 𝕬𝖃𝖓𝖓𝖓 himself.
I've never heard of 𝕬𝖃𝖓𝖓𝖓 killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then. They're
He
just coming
summons
back
the
now
Thuan.
for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
Have you ever been to Darkwater Crossing?
Being awfully quiet.
Terrible name for such a beautiful
Come on
place.
here. Tell us, do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical Dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, 𝕬𝖃𝖓𝖓. You ain't a Nord.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then. I'm glad you're on our side.
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in, and I've been in more than a few. I don't know about this Dragonborn business, but I'm sure glad you're with us.
I'm glad
better
you're
get
on
back
our
to
side.
Whiterun right away. Jarl Balgruuf will want to know what happened here.
What's on your mind?
I've got your back.
Sorry, I was lost
You
in
there.
thought.
We're looking for someone in Whiterun. A woman, a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She's likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything. It's none of your concern. All you need to know is that we're paying for information. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away. We will find her eventually.
Ah, easy. Did it. You killed the dragon.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda.
I'll find a more charitable.
Before my 𝕬𝖃𝖓𝖓𝖓 passed, I told him that one day, I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, 𝕬𝖗𝖃𝖊𝖓𝖆𝖑. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future? About the same as everyone else? They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. Way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful. Yeah, these Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling their wares. It's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them. Reputation, mostly. A lot of Khajiit turn to smuggling and thievery to get by. A few bad apples spoil the bunch. You know how it is. Farewell.
Rise up, children of
You're the best. Can you be my
Rise
father?
up, Stormcloaks, and trace the word of mighty Valor.
finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
You heard the summons. What else could it mean? The Greybeards.
We were just talking about you. My brother needs a word with you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? I knew I could count on 𝕬𝖗𝖊𝖓𝖆, but there must be more to it than that. So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the way of the voice. They live in seclusion, high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice, the ability to focus your vital essence into a 𝕬𝖗, or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High 𝕬𝖃𝖑. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since 𝕬𝖃𝖓𝖓 himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Hroðgar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as he may be, I don't see any signs of him being this, what, Dragonborn?
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Hroðgar, don't be so hard on 𝕬𝖃𝖓𝖓.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with him?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High 𝕬𝖃𝖑 immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you, you know, to climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High 𝕬𝖃𝖑 is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High 𝕬𝖃𝖑. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right of Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. Back to business, 𝕬𝖃𝖓𝖓. We still have a city to defend.
I'm right behind you.
What can I do for you?